In the competitive vehicle telematics market, one company I'm going to suggest to you is seizing the advantage and is using its homegrown reputation to really build a brand. I want to get the backstory now from Ctrack. Mark Rousseau, the Chief Operating Officer, a very warm welcome and thanks for joining us. This is a very busy market, it's a very competitive market, as I've just mentioned. Define the brand for us, first of all.
Well, I think to start off with, the brand originated from a business which developed out of the fleet management industry, and very expensive technology many years ago, developing now into a brand which provides products and services throughout any mobile asset industry. So we are able now to bring this type of technology at a much cheaper price to the consumer. And I think that's where the brand essentially has developed, and a global brand as well, to cover a vast amount of different industries where there are mobile assets.
But you really are seeking on your South Africanness, if there's such a phrase, to accentuate and to enhance the brand. What are you doing in that respect specifically?
Well, I think the brand originated with technology which was predominant in South Africa from a safety point of view, security and safety. And in developing that, it is a technology that we have from South Africa. It's a homegrown South African company, and because of the demands in South Africa, we are able to provide a technology which now globally is recognized.
How are you exporting that technology? In other words, what is the international expansion strategy?
I think over the last 10 years we've done a lot on the international front. We're currently in 56 countries. We own our own operations in Europe and in Australia, with a lot of partner distributors throughout the rest of those countries. And it's just really leveraging off what our USPs are and what our value propositions are, which is about driving down cost, introducing driver safety and improving productivity.
Cost always remains an issue in this business.
Especially in fleets, yes.
Talk to me a little bit, if you can, about at the heart of this. It's all about, it's a data management business really, isn't it?
Yes, and I think, in terms of the world at the moment, we're moving into big data. So there's a tremendous amount of data that is produced out of this technology. Data is high resolution at the moment, so we're looking at per second data, collecting millions of bits of information every single minute of the day from a global footprint.
Do you have a different approach, a different marketing strategy between the lucrative corporate market that you're focusing on and also your private or your consumer-based market?
Most certainly. Your strategies have to be somewhat different.
Flesh that out for us a little.
Well, the value proposition in terms of your fleet is it's safety, but it's mostly about productivity and driving down cost. Whereas on the consumer side, it's predominantly driver safety and security and providing a lot of value adds behind that technology.
What are those value adds?
Well, the value adds are, for instance, if you have an accident, we are notified immediately through the technology, automatically, and we are able to deploy services to the scene of the accident, whether it's ambulance, helicopter service, whatever it is. That's just one value proposition, for instance.
On the consumer side, does this remain a grudge purchase for people? Or have people now become inured to that? They understand that it's part and parcel of perhaps living in a country like South Africa. Have you had to overcome that particular hurdle?
It's taken many years to overcome that because, yes, it was a grudge purchase, which was predominantly driven by the insurance industry, purely from a theft point of view. The technology today is able to provide more than just recovery of a vehicle. It now provides other services. We're entering into a social media environment as well, where one can enjoy the technology. For instance, if you're a parent, how are your kids doing when they're out at night? Where are they? Are they safe? I think that's very important to families.
Of course, there's another option: don't let your kids out at night at all, just keep them at home. We can't actually do that, though. Your business is also based on research and development. Coming down the line, let's get the pipeline strategy from you. What else is in the mix here? Where are you taking this business?
The technology has certainly improved, and I think what has helped us from a technology point of view is the technology that we find on vehicles today. So where we are moving in the direction is tapping into the technology on vehicles. So we are able to also assessed the diagnostics of a vehicle, how a vehicle has been driven.
Oh, that's predicated on a better relationship then with the manufacturers, I presume.
Well, absolutely. That's very important because, you know, to be able to get those protocols, one needs to have that relationship with the OEMs.
Just a final question. You are involved in this this big event, Truck-X. What's your objective as far as this is concerned?
Well, that's actually where our business started, is in the fleet, big trucking business. So we've always been recognized in South Africa and globally that, you know, Ctrack can provide a lot of solutions to enhance the management of fleets. Productivity is very big in terms of fleets because the cost of the vehicle and the cost of fuel is the big driving force in these businesses. So we are there from a professional advisory point of view and have been recognized as one of the leaders in the industry.
Mark Rousseau from Ctrack, Chief Operating Officer. Fascinating insight. Thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you very much, Jeremy.